The next topic, it's a good one. The new Uber Questa model.
Yeah, I'm doing an article on this.
I
I'm
still
gonna
don't
tell
have
you
it. I
guys
have
how
the normal
to.
rides.
I like this actually, to be honest with you.
You know, I'm kind of I'm on the fence right now. I like it
Lowercase,
to a point.
please. Yeah, sorry.
What's up?
No, but they're putting uppercase, lowercase, please. Um,
Yeah.
okay, I like this
I
quite
mean,
a bit.
literally, you see the banner down below if you're watching. Literally, copy what it says.
Yeah,
If it says hashtag SMTMC lowercase, do it all lowercase. If it's upper, yeah, at that point. But
um, you don't
going
like
back
this?
to the Quest though,
You don't like
no,
this?
I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like I see good aspects of it, but I also see like I don't know. It seems like a drawback because a lot of the times what I see is the money just seems like it's so low,
I
like
know
an
why they're
extra
doing it.
$20.
I know why they're doing it.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
I exactly, and I'm going to tell you how to beat this, guys. Because this is first of all,
Ooh,
as a member
this is
or
money in
as
the
the
bank, guys.
president of the CPU, Cherry Pickers United, this is perfect for CPU guys. Okay, because now we don't have to deal with the throttling on the last 4 out of the 40 or 50 that we have to do. Now we just got to go with the flow. We cherry pick the shit out of it, and then we get as close to the $800. Look, in LA, I can average about 14 to 17 on Uber X trip. Okay, so to get to, let's say, the top level, I have to do 50 trips. Trust me, 50 for 210 was not happening before. So I figured this out. I go, this is good for CPU members. So this is for eats and rides. Okay. You got to read the small print in this. Obviously, cancellations, everything is the same as the old Uber's, Quest, like 40 for 80 or something like that, right? Then you guys knew automatically that you were going to get $2 extra per trip. On this one, you got to look at more as a percentage, right? So if you look at the top Quest here, this is by dollars only. Tips do not count towards this, people. So it's there in the small print.
And RideShare, but tips do
In
for Uber
RideShare,
Eats.
yes. And tips up to $8 because delivery is such a messed up situation. The base fare is so low. Tips up to $8 count towards this quest. This is a dollar quest, not, individual trip quest. Now you can do one trip for $830 if you're lucky and get the 210 extra. So I look at it as a percentage wise. So on the top one, let's say, this is from Joe, by the way, our good old contributor in Minnesota. Minnesota seems like they get the stuff first. I like this.
Yeah,
I
they
really
definitely do.
do. And 830
See,
quest goal. So on top of the 830, you're going to get 210. That's like 25% more. And you can get the
no.
830 by just cherry picking all week, slow and steady.
On this, on this it looks good, but here's the thing. You get what 70 plus 10, or 50 plus 10 or 20, or
Yeah.
30 plus 20, or whatever the trip, whatever your choice was. But here's the thing, if you waited to the end and you got throttled down, or it seemed like it was throttled down, it may not necessarily be that. It's just everybody out there trying to compete for the same exact thing, and there's only so many
Yeah.
rides that are coming in. So
Yeah.
some of the P's that we talk about is position
Yeah.
and planning. You need to plan and not wait until Sunday night in order to try to complete your quest, because all the other drivers are out there doing the exact same thing. So you want to drive when other drivers aren't in order to complete the quest. Not only that, you have more drivers doing that, and there's not as many rides because Sunday nights usually aren't as busy
Yes.
compared to like Friday, Saturday. And then same thing on the weekdays when you got
Listen to the
those. So
man. Listen to the
yeah,
man.
so
He's
this,
preaching correctly. He's correct. So
but either way, position and planning is just getting out there and making sure you'll get your quests.
okay,
But for
this to
those who
me,
believe,
you know,
that you're only going to make so many rides and then they're going to throttle you down, well, they may. I mean, there's no real proof. But again, when you look at supply and demand and you look at the trips coming in versus the drivers on the road, especially on a Sunday night, there's definitely some discrepancies there. So yeah, it might feel like throttling, even though in actuality, it's just that there's a lot of riders who are
now
not getting rides
let me
because
explain to you guys why I think this is good for AFU
Hold on.
members. Okay. And also good for CPU members. AFU members, look, even on the Lyft app, they give you like a weekly goal anyway. You know, they make you work towards that dollar number. This almost seems like it, right, Chris? So if you're an AFU member, you have a dollar goal anyway. So work towards that 830, you get an extra 210. On the other side, for the CPU members, you know, just mess around, cherry pick all you want, do 40, 20, or 30, you know, $28 trips, and then you get your extra 210. So to me, this is like, I like this now. I know why they did it. Okay, what trips you think, Chris, are not getting picked up as much as before after upfront fares? What type of trips?
Long trips.
Yeah, that's what they want you to do to get to that 830. They want you to do that 40-mile or $40 70-mile trip, because they're going to like, okay, maybe they'll pick it up faster because they think they're going to reach the dollar goal faster. Do not do that. Continue declining those trips. Continue.
Yeah, because essentially with this rate rebalancing, if you take these long trips, that 210, if you, there's that 830 Quest goal with that 210, if you hit that 830 Quest goal,
stop.
The amount that you got rebalanced is going to be a wash anyways, because you took those long trips. So
you know what?
Be smart out there.
No, but you know what? This may entice some people to take those long trips that they're declining now, because look, there were a lot of people who are making a good living doing long trips out of airports and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, so this one may, you know, bring you back to equilibrium. But my game plan for this, if I see this in my app, I'm hoping to God that I do, is going to be, you know, morning rush hour, cherry pick, surge trips, bang, bang, bang. Afternoon rush hour and a little bit on the weekend, $20, $30 surge trips if it shows up. I'm like, hey, that way it's quality over quantity. The existing Quest is all about quantity. You want to do 40 for $80 more, or you want to do 80 on the weekend for $200. It's all about quantity. Now there's a strategy for that. You know, knock out shorties, use your DFs correctly, all that crap. Hopefully everybody knows what I'm saying. On this one though, this is beautiful for a CPU member. I'll just, you know, sit and look a little YouTube. Oh, look, there's a $30 trip. That's 8 miles. I'm like, yep, send it. I'll take it. And then if I can get to the 830, and if I'm 100 short, you know, then maybe you'll just do some quantity to get to the 210 extra bucks. I like it. I think this is awesome. You know, so let's see Joe do this a couple times, and then hopefully it'll show up nationwide. There you go.
Yeah. Well, either way, this is something that, like I say, I'm on the fence with. I still think that there should be no quests, and it should just be built into the price of a ride. So if you give a ride, you should already have that money there. It shouldn't be this cat and mouse game that they're playing, that you need to give so many rides, or you need to make so much in money in order to collect on these bonuses. It should already be built in per trip, at least in my opinion. The only other thing too is I was going to crack a joke earlier about the you're essentially setting your limit. So for those who think you throttle at a certain point, like if you had to give 70 rides and you're made 68, you're still waiting for those final 2 and it took 4 hours. Well, you know, maybe you hit that $715 Quest goal and you start hitting that $17, but then they only start giving you shorties, or like, you know, low paying ones. And it seems like, oh, you're not going to make it or something like that. So yeah, this is definitely something where you're probably going to have to take a few long rides in order to try to achieve it. Maybe something you might not want to take, as long as the juice is worth the squeeze, as long as it makes financial sense. Just again, make sure you're paying attention to the numbers of everything that's going on, break them down, know exactly what's going on before. So you're not going in and just blindly accepting and saying, oh, it gets me closer to that goal, because yeah, sometimes it could manipulate you a little bit. So that's kind of why I'm on the fence. I do see the positives, but I also see some negatives along with this. But what do you guys think? Do you like this setup better, or do you like the other way? Or would you just like to go back to something like getting actually paid for the ride without having to pay or play some stupid game?
Yeah, or the Seattle model.
The Seattle model. Yeah, I like the Seattle model. Just give me that. I'm okay. All right. Thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club, with Sergio and myself. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.